Welcome back to Season 6, and it's a big season. It's the final season of the save, and if we are going to do it, we are going to do it now. We are a 2-time championship winner. We are a 1-time Blast winner. We've won Division 2. But I feel like I'm on repeat. The Royal London Cup still evades us. In fact, things are going that well for us that, one, we've already almost knocked everything off, but our end of year rating or ranking for each one is looking really good. We're the number 1 championship team in the country. We're 3rd in the Blast, 5th in the Royal Cup. Everything is trending Millhouse, and we are looking like a really good team. If we look at the county championship as a whole, our rating has gone up year on year. We're now a 96.12. 100 is max. Probably no one would ever get 100. And out of everyone that's played in the championship, every team through the 5 seasons so far, our 96.12 is the only one in the 90s. So we're looking pretty good. With the Blast, not bad. 3rd, but one of the top 10 rankings so far. And Royal London Cup, we keep making the last 6. Which kind of exacerbates our position as 5th best team overall, even though I don't feel we're quite good enough to go further. And one of the most underplayed storylines of the series so far is the rise of Northants and Sussex. So we've given Northants County Championship gold, but Sussex have been there with us. We were 14th and 15th in the Championship overall year 1. Then we both got promoted. We won the division, they came 2nd. Then we got first season in Division 1. We came 3rd, they came 4th. 4 points between us. Then we won and they came 2nd. 10 points between us. And then we won and they came 2nd again. It's quite an incredible rise that we've won 3 titles, they've won none. But their points per game is only 0.32 off where we were. Or where we are. And if you're looking for the stars of the championship, Brooke Guest, who stifled us last campaign, he's averaging 44. He's got 5,678 runs. That is quite the feat. Who's got 12? Tom Abel, 12 top scores in matches. That's quite an incredible record. Some cracking players. Josh Bohannon, 2nd most runs overall. Rishi Patel, down year last year. Just popped over 1,000 runs in the county championship, 1,070, but slightly down from where he was previously. And one thing to note, Jaeger, although away on England duty every single time, he's got 2,500 runs at an average of 66.66. Last campaign was an interesting one because we had international stars, so Cam Green and Pat Cummins, but I still felt we were light with the batter. Josh Bohannon, 980 at 42 was good, but it was towards the end that he really shone. Finley Bean had a down year, only averaged 31, which is kind of going back to where he was after 2 averages of 50 and was looking like a star. So 1, 2, 3, 4, if we can hold on to Cam Green for end of the year, that's great. Lacey and Mousley, both dispensable, but okay. It still feels like we're 1 top 6 batter off being a really good team. Emilio Gay has been good when he's played, an average of 41 last year, and safe saves just exceptional. 320 runs at an average of 29. It's down for him, but it's still quite reasonable in terms of he adds 20, 30 wickets at a time. The Blast has been an interesting one. Max Holden, Tom Banton, still 1 and 2. Got to hold on to them both, but strike rates were down drastically. We need aggressive players that can bat in the top, and we've not quite got it at the moment. Corbett was poor, a strike rate of 109. Jaeger, when he plays, has been okay. Dan Mousley had a strike rate of 108. So, again, it's all the usual stuff, but our fundamental batting lineup in the Blast is not good. Something that is good is Sam Cook. He's absolutely wonderful. 60 matches for us, an average of 16, an economy rate of 7.71 in the Blast. That's quite a remarkable bit of stats there. Scrimshaw leads away with 91 wickets. But if we look how the bowlers did in the Blast last year, Cook was exceptional, 7.80. Pat Cummins, 8.86 economy rate, got a strike rate of 9. Can't really argue with that. But let's take a scenario where there is no Cummins and there is no Green. It does mean we need a top 6 batter in both formats. We need a bowler in both formats because Irwin's constantly on international duty, as is Tom Price. And Scrimshaw, you've got to wonder whether we're nearing the end of him as a player. Championship-wise, Sam Cook's return for his bowling isn't that great. His average is 14% better than the league bowling average, but still his strike rate befuddles me time and time again. Got a new record as well. Nissanka and Hamid and Agarwal, all with the most runs in the match. All of them tipped over 300. Individual best bowling, we called it out as we were going along. 8 for 32 for Pat Cummins, the best bowling all formats. Just how good was our bowling attack last year? Because I'm going, we need a replacement for Cummins. Well, actually, he added huge value. In terms of bowling averages, this is since the start of the game in the county championship. 2028 was the lowest bowling average for any team ever. It was our Northants team. 3 of the years have been us. In fact, 4 of the top 7 have been us. So we've been really good in the county championship. And if we look similar in the Blast, our bowling attack last year with a 7.40 average was the best bowling attack that there's been in the game. So strike rate works. We've won the Blast once. Could we win it again? But it doesn't quite correlate into the Royal London Cup. We don't even appear on the list of top bowling performances. And if we look at last year, we were good. 28.55, but it still wasn't good enough to go on and win it. Batting averages last year as well, we had a big downturn. 30 was the average for the league, and we were 33.86, which was 4th. But that was down for us from where we've generally been. We've been a lot better team than this time and time again. So slightly disappointing on that behalf. If we just look at what we did well, it's our strike rate that lets us down. A 46.45 strike rate. Balls per dismissal is legendary. Just can't get the ball off the square. 3rd with the bat last year in the Royal London Cup, so we should have done better in that. And then with the Blast, this is where you see us 18. We're right down near the bottom, and our strike rate, strike rate of 132 was the worst in the second worst in the competition. That's where we let ourselves down. And in fact, if we look, it's the 4th worst since the start of the game. That's how bad we were. Balls per boundary, 4.76. So that's a really influential rate when you look at real life cricket. And if it's translated here, we should be down near the bottom. 4.35. I would have thought we'd been a bit worse than that. Let's just have a look at the 2028 campaign. Balls per boundary. Oh, yeah. Near the top is the worst. So middling sort of table, an average value boundary. We were actually at the top. We hit a lot of 6s, and that's what we do towards the end of the innings. But it's that middle order, that 3-4 slot, ticking things over at a good enough rate. In fact, this gives a really good line. So this 20.84 is the 50 percentile average rate, and 141.71. So here is you're a middling team. Down here, you are a woeful team. And there's only Gloucestershire that was a worse team than us. But in comparison, we always look at the county championship. Our average is always relatively high. And if we look at the Royal London Cup, we're all in this kind of top echelon place where it feels good to be. We've just got a consistency about how we play, unfortunately. 2028 was our worst batting performance throughout in the Blast. And in the county championship, we've had better years. We've scored faster in other years. In 2028 with the ball, everything in this bottom left-hand corner is good. Strike rate, 50th percentile is 32. Average is 31. And we're right down here. There was only one team that was really better than us working the way through that. And it doesn't pop up and tell me who they are. County Championship, best bowling team around. Sometimes strike rate lets us down a little bit. But I'm okay with that. And Blast, we're exceptional. Scrimshaw's got the most wickets for us all competitions, 311, safe 264. Some great numbers going on there. County Championship, Scrimshaw bordering on 200 wickets. Everyone averaging below 30, which is really good. And we know our bowling has been good in the Blast as well. It's the batting. Rishi Patel, most runs for us overall with 4,000 in the County Championship. Lacey in 2nd, Safe in 3rd. Vasconcelos may be unlucky to be dropped at times, but it happens. Bean, Emilio Gay, Rob Keogh. This is the interesting one to look at. It's going to be the blast because some of these strike rates are not going to be pretty. We're a 136 team. Emilio Gay scores at 134. Tom Banton was good. Safe Save's been good. Lacey's been good overall. Max Holden 135. I expected better. So let's do this. Let's rock in to season 6. No one cares about the 100, I assume. And it's contract time. Let's see what we've got. We need players. Emilio Gay's going to get a 3-year deal. He wants 6 grand more. We have got some money in the bank, which is useful. Scrimshaw's 55,000. I'm actually only going to give him a 1-year deal. I'm not convinced what we're going to get going forward. Joey Everson's going to get a contract. Dan Mousley's still worth a couple of years. Safe Sabe has been exceptional, but is slightly aging. Vasconcelos is worth a couple of years. I bought Hamza Shakir because I've seen him do really well in previous iterations of the game. We've not quite seen it here. Averaging 40. 28. I think it's time to let him go, actually. I think we just need to give him a wide berth. Also with these bowlers, we bought these bowlers in on the proviso that they look good in second team cricket. We signed them both over the last couple of years. 54 wickets at 25, 47 at 19. There's some good numbers here. We just haven't seen them be able to make the next step, which means things might have changed. And also, Alan, I think, is worth a couple of years. So we are saying bye to people. We're saying bye to Shakir. Cameron Green and Pat Cummins are going to be sorely missed. But it does go to show we did well by plugging some gaps with overseas players. It didn't actually fix the fundamental problem is we're missing a bowler and we're missing a batter. It means we've got 211 grand. And as always, we have a little scour of the market round here. There's a guy called Madden, who is probably not related to John Madden, but his championship record is reasonable, but everything else is not good. McBain averages 50, 44 and 27. He's got a 100 strike rate. It's really hard to get strike rate guys coming through the youth academy. That's what I always find. Yap's on here. Now, I swear he was on last episode as a potential bowler, but I'm not seeing heaps. There's a guy here that's on the market, Roundtree, who's got a couple of years of experience. He's only 19 years old, but look at the trajectory that he's on. Let's just look at the blast to start with. He just played last year and had a 174 strike rate, highest of 84. There's some stuff to like there. 19 years old, county championship, went and smashed 1,000 runs for the first time. Oh, that's 1,000 balls. 758 runs, average of 34. And I assume he played a bit of Royal London Cup cricket and averaged 50s, 40s and 50s every single year. So he's 19 years old. Those numbers are actually very, very good. If we look at his percentiles, a little low, but run percentile, 84th percentile for Royal London Cup last year. I think that's the sort of player that we need to be investing in. I don't think I'm signing him for his county championship prowess. 31 years old now. Probably not that sort of guy. But blast, it's consistent 140, 145. It's not all that. The other guy that's on the list that everybody knows is Liam Livingston, who I think is possibly underrated on the game. Doesn't do that great, but there's moments in his career where he can score you a lot of runs. Does play some county championship cricket with mediocre success, given how good he potentially could be, and you're not really going to get him in the Royal London Cup, so not going to work. And there isn't that much that's really getting me going in the first round of players. There's some good numbers, like Eddie Byram, obviously had a good campaign, but do I think he's going to come and make us better? Probably not, because I think I've signed better players and made them worse. The other one to maybe take a look at is young Ollie Carter, currently playing at London Green, 644 runs at 32, but those numbers with a 161 strike rate and 588 runs are exceptional. I still don't think he's probably going to be the guy for us. That's going to do it. Roundtree, he wants more money. He's a money guy. There we go. We'll give you a few more funds. That's interesting. That was the only signing we were going to make. It's getting quite tricky about who we're going to sign, but available 98% of the time would be Rishabh Pant. I think that's worth a little go. And at 82%, so's Pat Cummins. So Roundtree's in, Pant's in, Cummins is in. We've got 52,000 left to see if anything else has just popped on the market. This guy's on. Harry Dixon, overseas player, Victoria, London Green, Australia. T20 international record 159 strike rate. 174 in T20s overall. 79% away for internationals. So he won't be around for the Royal London Cup. Tim Tector's an interesting one. 169 strike rate, averaging 36. Averaged 60 in first class cricket. 600 runs coming in the Royal London Cup. I think that could be a really, really good signing. We don't even need to take him as our main. Can we take him as a reserve? No. Could we take him as a T20 only? We've not got the money. So we're not going to do it. And we're actually going to close out a transfer window with not many signings. There's not a lot on the market. So you can't spend the money if there's nothing worth spending your money on. Could be a season where we find ourselves, incredibly, a little light. Jaeger's on international duty. Emilio Gay's injured. Pant's on international duty. So looking at the batting lineup from what it was last year, we've got a Corbett coming in, but we've got the gap of a Cam Green that we're trying to fill here. It's either going to be a Corbett, of Vasconcelos and Allen. We're also going to miss having that extra fifth seamer. I know we are. Look at the conditions we're about to go and play in. It does give us options what we do. We've got Corbett with the bat. It could be a Mousley, it could be a Critchley. But then with the ball, is George Scrimshaw's time up? And then we've got Leeburn, Edmund and Oddie, who are all young lads. So the time that Cummings goes on international duty, we're struggling. When Irwin goes, we're struggling. Just didn't feel the market to be able to buy someone, because if the guy's contracts aren't up, there's not a lot you can really go and do. Great first day's play. 5 hours, 9 minutes lost. 4 down. Oh, this is a good one. 240 to win. And it's uneven bounce. Light's okay. It's going to do a bit with the ball. But we're going to do a bit with the bat. 2-4-4 for 2. We beat Sussex. It had to be Sussex. First versus second the last 2 previous seasons. They get 2-7-1. Brindle, 24 years old, goes and bags 100. Quite a nice 100 as well. 3 played and missed, 2 catchable shot, 1 drop catch. Unfortunate. But averaged 33 last year with a couple of tons. He's started red hot. Cummins with 5. And we're in a deficit of about 80 runs. People get in, people get out. Curry just doing Bradley Curry type things, knocking us away. And then we bowl them out for 167. Wicket spread throughout the 4 seamers. And in those conditions we spoke about, we get it done. Rishi and Bean go big with 189 partnership. And we beat our rivals. I am concerned about this batting lineup immensely at the moment. But we brought in Roundtree, who we identified through our system as a good player. And we thrashed Middlesex as well. We bowled them out for 221. Wicket spread around. Notice Cummins, Irwin not opening the bowling, gone with Price and Cook. And it's working out reasonably well so far. We get 561 for 8 declared. Rishi Patel goes huge with a 198. Backs that up from his 98 the previous week. This is new first class record. Lots to like about that. Corbett comes big with a 107. I like that. Second first class 100 in his first class game in what feels like forever. He hasn't played since 2016. That is a long time without cricket, but he did average 47 that year. And another point which I didn't just touch on was Roundtree 87 off 201. We brought him in for the role, we identified him and he went and delivered. As Josh Bohannon goes out for 3 weeks, we've got a gap at the top and the Vask is coming back in. Can he be captain? Could he be captain? Does weaken our batting lineups. Oh, we're almost 5 stars. Well, it's not that weak, is it? And it's a 10 wicket victory. It's a biggie. And Roundtree goes big again. 160 this time. First century for the club. 3rd century overall. We had a great last year across all formats. And he started red hot for us. Tom Price with a good 50. At one stage we were 5 for 131. But big partnerships. 121 between Roundtree and Irwin get it done. We get them in and out for 221 and 239 with them following on, and we've won 3. Man, we've been drubbed and dismantled. 237 run loss, which is the worst defeat we have had throughout the whole save so far. 230 is the biggest we've won by. 151 the most we've lost by. And we weren't even in this. They got 294. And we bowled pretty well. Save with 5, ran through the tail. But we were 194 all out. Roundtree 68 not out. Riccicelli, the Aussie, picking up 5. And then we just couldn't get them out. Jacklin goes and plays a monster knock at a 119 strike rate for his century. That's quite incredible, actually, that sort of knock. Don't see that very often on the game. And then frustrated all the way down the order. They had 150 for the last 5 wickets, and we get blown out the water. It could even be more. Jaeger's gone, Price has gone, Irwin gone, Lacey's gone. We find ourselves in this position. This is my own fault. I didn't plug gaps. I'm going to go with the safety of a George Scrimshaw. That's not something you say about a strike bowler that goes at about 8 and over normally. But it's safety right now. And in this middle order, we've got holes. We have got Emilio Gay back, but then you end up Vasconcelos and Gay at 3 and 4. Don't feel that's a smart move. We've got young Allen who could come in. Got Dan Mousley who averaged a bit last year. That's the move we're making. We win, but it wasn't easy. They get 228. They signed Tim Tector, who we were in the market for, and he's had a good start to the campaign, very consistent. They've got Joe Root in there. 38-year-old Joe Root now. Coming towards the end of his career, a couple of centuries this year already, because of course he does. Price takes 4. We get 349. Finley Bean scores 100, much needed 100. It's actually a long time between hundreds. This is up until the end of last year. I update it at the end of the campaigns. It's automatically calculated, but you can see how hot he was around here. And then just a woeful run of form. Didn't make it past 44 in September, July, June, up until really May time. So good performance from him. Dan Mousley comes in and scores 98. We bowl them out for 186. Sam Cook with 5. It's a win, but I just feel the signings or lack of that we made are going to cause us some problems. Josh Bohannon is back. He comes straight in at 3. I'm actually thinking of giving Dan Mousley a run over Lacey, which is interesting because Lacey is an international cricketer, particularly in one-day and T20 cricket. Well, just those two. But I think I am. I think the innings he played deserves recognition. We're going for almost a 5-star Leicester team. Ben Mike Ryan Ahmed, Josh DeCairns, littered with all-rounders. Oh, the Bean strikes 122 not out to win the game by 8 wickets, chasing 234. He's off to a great campaign. Given the downside last year, he's turning things around really nice. Patel with another 50. Bean with a 50 in the first innings. Bohannon with a 50. We did get blown away a little bit, but our bowling was good. I ran into this middle order, which I don't like. Treveska scored big against us. Jamie Smith's a great player. Rian Ahmed can score a run. Ben Mike, Josh DeCairns has scored runs against us again, but we get through it. We're 5 and 1, but I'm not saying we've got problems with the bat, but we've only got 6 batting points, which is like joint second worst in the division. I think this is the lineup we're going with. Banton, Holden, Vasconcelos at 3. Still not quite plugged all the gaps, but Roundtree coming in with his 174 strike rate last year is a good move. Lacey, Dan Mousley, Zabe, Price, Irwin, Cummins, Cook. No surprises in the bowlers. With the bat, if we look at how it was a couple of years ago, Rishi Patel with a 172 strike rate. That's maybe something we could explore at number 3. Emilio Gay can be on and off good for us. Matt Critchley could be the change for Safe Zabe at some stage. Joey Everson could come in at some stage, and we've got George Scrimshaw. So I'm not convinced it's our strongest team we've had. The bowling should be okay, but batting could be interesting. First ball of the campaign, I kid you not, Tom Banton is on his way back. We win. We win by 40. Incredibly, after that start of 3 for 12, Dan Mousley 49 off 43, slow strike rate, but it's slow strike rate sort of day. Roundtree was good for a 147 strike rate. Safe Zabe, 118. They got us up to a score, 150. And then we bowl them out for 111. Good wickets here. Dan Mousley, 3 for 9 at the end. Big fan of that. He only bowled 10 balls, 7 dot balls in it. Pat Cummins, didn't give him the new ball. Just tinkering. I'm Tinkerman trying to work out what we can do with a team. Lost by 13. They get 168. OG Robinson, 55 off 21, did the damage up top. Some good bowling though. Dan Mousley, 2 for 21 off 4. And with the bat, we were just never in range. We just weren't. We were just losing wickets left, right and centre. Lose to a very good Derbyshire team. This is a good team. Harry Kane, Donald, Lammonby, Dahl, rain affected, but our batting is poor, but our batting has got support at long last. Rishabh Pant, get in that lineup, son. Jaeger's come back and gone straight on international duty as well. Unsure about the bowling. It's not quite working out as I had hoped. So I'm going to get Pat Cummins with the new ball. Sam Cook, ever consistent, about 7.5 and over, going round the park. Still a 4 and a bit star rated team. What's Rishabh Pant got for us? We lost again. It went to the final ball. They need 4 to win. And there's an edge. And the ball's just hanging and it's gone for 4. We lose by 3 wickets. The batting wasn't bad. Holden batted well. Lacey, 130 strike rate. 130 is not good enough. Dan Mousley, 100 strike rate. It's actually not good enough. Particularly if our bowling attack isn't quite singing and dancing like it should be. And Tom Price is out injured for 4. Tom Banton averaging 3 with a 72 strike rate. Oh my days. Stop him from keeping. We lost by 31. We're woeful. And we lost a lot of wickets very, very fast. 3 in and over by Josh De Cares. Then he picks up a couple more. We were looking out the game. Then we were looking in the game. We looked like we might win it. Our run rate was right in line. But we got bowled out in 16 overs. This is 1 for 4. This is the worst campaign we've had. The loss of overseas players of Cam Green has made a big difference. Availability is making a big difference with Jaeger out. Price out as well. And for the first time ever, our bowling attack looks really, really shoddy. Like, I don't know where to go with it, because the bowling's what's held us up for so long, but it's not clicking at all. Joey Everson's going to come into the team. Additional strike rate down the bottom of the lineup. We dropped to a 3.5 star rated team. Oh, Dan Mousley's taking a hat-trick. Cracknell, Ali, and then LBW to take a hat-trick. We're looking way out of this game. They're chasing about 150. But Mousley's got a hat-trick. And we lose. We lose again, 148. Batting. You can't do much if you don't score runs. We were 2 wickets down. Was that in the first over? Yeah, it was. We're 2 wickets down in the first over. The power play is absolutely abysmal. The batting lineup isn't working. Roundtree, Pant, was so bad. I think the change I'm going to make actually is Safe Save's going to come out. Going for Corbett. Move Corbett up the order. We do have better naturally aggressive players than we had the other year when we were all very defensive for some reason. So that's the change we're going for. I'm going to swap Corbett and Roundtree round. See if we can get Roundtree going further down the order. Yeah, we've got issues. But Dan Mousley's bowling at 6.79 strike rate more than warrants being the primary spinner in the team. We're now a 3-star rated team. We're just going backwards. And we lose again. Oh, the frustration is off the charts. We actually get 178 here, but exactly the same position. We're 3 for 22. We lost 3 wickets within 3 overs. We did well to get a decent score. Mousley, Everson. That's why I brought Everson in, but Everson's bowling is not up to scratch. Oh my days, I can't take this team at the moment. We're looking good. Pant and Corbett are going great, and then without trying to bat aggressive, blown away for 103. We do have Jaeger back, and we desperately need him. He's not actually been a great T20 player for us, but it is good to see him back in the lineup. Also, in other news, Pakistan won the T20 Test. They just won the Test Championship. That's all they did. They went and won it. 198 runs. They get 348. Josh Tongue, Gus Atkinson, part of this team. Harry Brook bowling a couple of overs. England get 385. Zach Crawley with a ton. What's his record like? Averaging 39, 16 test centuries. There you go. Jaeger with a 76. Jimmy Rue with 80. They get 478. Oh, that's the killer. They go around the park. Mohammed Umar with a big ton. In England, 243. Jaeger with a couple of 50s. Look at that. International specimen with 10 tons. Please come and save us in this format of the game, which is not working out very well. Joey Everson, 13 economy rate. I can't let it go. I can't let that slide and be the rating. So we're going to try OD. We're into tinkering mode. We know we're not going to make the end of it. Never guess what? We lost again. And with this time we bowled them out for 136. Good performance. OD 2 for 20. I like that. Irwin was going at 1.2 or 3 at one stage. But batting. Like we've literally got nothing. Tom Banton. Literally no point in him being out there. Max Holden, 410010. That's not quite working. I've got to make a change. I can't let Tom Banton get away with that. He's averaging 3 with an 89 strike rate. What do we do? Have we got anyone aggressive? Alan, the young lad, come in and have a debut, son. Because Emilio Gay's a very aggressive player. He's very aggressive. We could bring him in for Max Holden. There we go. We've completely revamped the openers. We're up to a 4-star rated team. We've done it. We've won a game of cricket and the batting shone. Well, Alan shone on debut. 21 years old, 77 off 56. 1 LBW, 3 played and missed. It's a 137 strike rate on debut. He's been scoring some runs in second team cricket. Gets the nod and performs. Lose by 22 runs to Yorkshire. It's a poor campaign. Emilio Gay with 55 off 45. It's a 122 strike rate. It's just not very good. I find Jaeger possibly the biggest disappointment of the lot. A 97 strike rate. Rishabh Pant with a 115 strike rate now. If I bat them any slightly aggression over normal, they get out. Lose by 16. Allen with a 50 off 34, 150 strike rate. But we were 2 down in the first over without trying to be ultra aggressive. It's a theme. It's one of those campaigns. It's just part and parcel of the game. You can't win it every single year. We win a game. We bowl Leicestershire out for 128. That's the reason we won the game. Wicket spread throughout. Pretty good stuff. With the bat, Rishabh Pant goes good. 183 strike rate for his 66. Emilio Gay was 13 off 13 at the end of the power play. Not quite working out. And we're back to the championship for 1 game only. Tom Price is currently out injured, so we do need a replacement to come in. It's going to be Scrimshaw. I still feel we're light. We might come away with no trophies on this, the final season. But batting lineup on the whole is pretty reasonable. And bowling has been pretty reasonable as well. So hopefully we can just turn up, pick up some points and get back to that final game of the Blast. Match drawn against Surrey. Good stuff. Rishi Patel, 100 in both innings. Not the first time he's done that. He did it back in 2027 for us as well. 174 and 124 against Leicester. This time big against Surrey. Finlay Bean with runs, save with runs. They frustrated us, 381. We couldn't break through this partnership and Curran and Wakar got together. They put on 96 and took a lead, and then we had to bat deep into the 4th day, like halfway through the 2nd session. We took 4 wickets trying to blow them out in 38 overs. Wasn't to be, and we've got a problem here. We're 7 games down, we've got a game in hand, but we've got 8 batting points only. Final game of the season. We don't win. We do give Edwards a game though with the spin. A young guy all-rounder that's been part of us up the last 2 years now. He gets 3 for 44. We're 191 in reply. That's not bad. Lacey has had a reasonable campaign. His stats will look good. 315 runs with a strike rate of 150. It'll look good. There's probably no match winning innings in there as we finish the campaign bottom. 6 points. We got the wooden spoon. Joe Root leading the runs in the competition with a 157 strike rate. Pat Cummins 29 wickets at 13, 7.91 economy rate was excellent. Dan Mousley's 22 at 16.68 is right up in there on the first page as well. And a couple of young players coming onto the scene, Hucknall and Wheatley. Does sound like they should be a cricket club, to be fair. But let's have a look at Hucknall and Wheatley. Wheatley averages 77 in 3-day cricket. Holy moly. Strike rate, 88. 42 and a 111 strike. Oh my days, Wheatley's a bomb. I don't know what a bomb is. Wheatley's the man. We've got to get this guy. Oh, he's improved his front foot to the limit. Oh, offside. Go and have some of that, son. He's very aggressive. That is the golden egg that you look for in a youth player. And then, where are we? Hucknall here. 7.08 economy rate, average of 15, average of 23, average of 20. Pretty reasonable as well, actually. Looking at the first class team, there's definitely some gaps. Corbett's averaging 27. Now we could go for an Allen or a Wheatley into this team. Young Wheatley just been called into the squad. I think Allen's probably the fair call. He came in and played a couple of games in the Blast, average 29 for us. Why not? Let's give it a go. We've got a Rishabh Pant that we're not playing. I don't know where we fit him into this team, but Tom Price is available. And that is good news for us. Our bowling lineup looks a little stronger. We do need to make sure we've got Hucknall and Odie and all these guys playing second team cricket. Go on, Rishabh Pant, have a game of second team cricket. I bet he's really happy he's come to play for us. I can't believe this. We're about to lose to Middlesex of all teams. They need 1 run to win. We need 1 wicket. Pat Cummins. Win predictor. We don't win any of the time. None of the time. None of the time. We lose. We lose. And it's down to the batting again. 242. Rishi Patel. One of the few guys having a good campaign this year. He's averaging 70 for 900 runs. That's good. No one else got any. And they just get there. They literally just scrape it through not even batting well. It's just poor form from us. 8 batting points. We're probably not going to win the county championship unless our bowling unit can massively turn this around. Warwickshire going on and win the Blast. I'm going to go for a Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant at 5. It's why you signed him. Big time player, need him to make a big time play here. Puts us up near 5-star ready team. There has just been an update on this game as well. I'll say just before I played this compared to the other episodes. So maybe it's just a little harder. We've pulled a rabbit out the hat here. They get 394, which was good. They batted well, but frustration, Tattersall with 71. Who's a good player on the game, let's be fair. We scored 451, Roundtree with 99. He needed that after a disappointing Blast campaign. 124 strike rate. It's what we do to players. We make them worse. And some good runs down the order. We bowled them out for 235. Tector, who we almost signed, scores runs. And then we just knocked off 181 in 25 overs. Rishabh Pant, 62 off 43. Mousley, 61 off 40. We went balls to the wall to win. And we did. And it was much needed. 1 game in hand and we're 31 points behind Surrey, so we've got to win the game in hand. It's going to be 2nd versus 3rd against Hampshire. Woo-hoo. The fall of Josh Bohannon's worth noting here, because currently averaging 32. Average 42 last year, 61 the year before. Who are you, Josh? Are you that good, or are you not? Feels like a not at the moment. Win by 202 runs against Hampshire, 2nd versus 3rd. Good result for us. Batting, interesting. Bohannon scores 81. Is he just starting to get on a bit of a run here? Hopefully. Roundtree with 50, Mousley 50, Pant 30. It's only 2 batting points, so we only get 21 points for the win. We bowled them out for 235, saved 3 for 26. Got through the back end of the innings really well. We get 296, Rishabh Pant 97. He's been really good since he's come into the championship team. He's scored 119 for the 2nd team. As you do. What was I doing? Why aren't you going to win the league? Well, I was playing the overseas player in the 2nd team. And then we bowled them out really well. Glenn with a back against the wall, 77, but 202 run victory. Puts us 14 points behind Surrey, still with a game in hand. We go into the campaign to end all campaigns, the Royal London Cup. 2-time defending champions Derbyshire, who are not even in Division 1 for that. And in the Blast, they didn't make it through. Always the thing, trying to work out how I get a team on the pitch. Just leave us with some interesting choices. We'll look at career average here. Wheatley's going to get a debut. The young lad just come in through the youth team. I just want to have a look. Just want to have a little look, see what he's got about him. Pant at 4, Bohannon 3, Roundtree 2, Gay 1. I like that. If we look at their runs from last year, stacks of runs for that top 4. Not in this competition. For Roundtree, Bohannon and Gay. I like that. Mousley was pretty poor. We've got a Vasconcelos that we could bring in for a Wheatley if we wanted to. Up. Bowling's light. Everson, Price, Edwards, Odie, Cummins. Edwards, young player, signed him free agent last year as a young player. Odie last year signing. So we've not got a wicket keeper. Yes, we do. Rishabh Pant. There we go. That's a good start. 3.5 star rated team. Let's get to it. Can we go and win it at long last? And we win big. Emilio Gay, 143 at a 96 strike rate. Rishabh Pant was absolutely smashing it, and then I went too aggressive. Didn't quite work out. 189. We were in control of this game. We could have won by more, but I gave purposefully Mousley and Edwards overs just to see what they had about them, and both picked up a couple of wickets. But Tom Price was the mainstay, breaking through. Quite a big call leaving out Vasconcelos when he's averaged 42 across 5 seasons in this competition. For Emilio Gay, who's averaged 29. But so far, it's the right choice. Smashed by Leicester. They get 315 runs in the middle. And it didn't quite work out with Edwards. He went to 8.87. Some good stuff to take from the batting, though. Wheatley, second game for us. Second professional game of cricket. He bags a ton of 112 deliveries. He's going to go, and Sales is going to come in. Gives us another bowling option. Don't want 2 spinning options, but gives us an extra seamer. 5 seamers, 1 spinner. Smashed by Worcester. Kashif Ali with the runs. He gets 76 not out, but 227 for us. Never at the races. Batting was poor. Dan Mousley just can't bat in this competition. His stats are actually woeful. Averaging 6 this year, 13 the year before. Alright, he averaged 45 the year before that. But whatever's going on, it's just not quite working. Maybe it's a positional thing. Maybe it's the extra... It probably won't be. It won't be that clever again, but the extra impact of having to bowl so many overs. But it's just not working out for us. But we're going to bat here against Gloucester. Smashed by Gloucester. They chase 300 in 46 overs. This is rough. This is really rough. Roundtree with 50. Gay with another ton. He's having a cracking campaign. 70 for Bohannon. Rishabh Pant. Yikes. He's fallen off a cliff. And they get 303 for 5. Bowlers just going around the park. Our bowlers are letting us down. And it's the bowlers that's been holding us up for so long across multi-format. We're in a position here. Pat Cummins going at 5.79. Odie, 4.85 incredibly. Sales isn't working out in its current form. So Edmund's going to come in. And everything else is going to stay the same. We get home with a win. Just chasing 211. Good bowling performance. Cummins with 4. And Edmund, great, 3.6 economy rate coming into the lineup. Josh Bohannon, 88 not out. Everson, 40 not out. We crawled home, but we're giving ourselves a chance. We know 500 record can get you in. So if we can win the last 3, we're better than a 500 team. We win again. Bowlers, bowlers, bowlers. Seamers getting it done. Cummins with a couple, Odie, but then Edmund again. Maybe Edmonds is just reaching that level of maturity where he's good enough for this level. Wheatley with 32 off 34 takes us home. We're a 300 team. We're just behind Worcester, who's got a game in hand. The only thing you can control is how many games you win. That's not really what we can control either, because otherwise we'd be doing that all the time. All we can control is who we can put on the pitch when they're available, not injured or away on the 100. How's that sound? Yeah, absolutely blown it. They get 273. McKinney, the young guy who's part of the England setup at the moment, bats well. 116. There's some stuff to like about the bowling. I did feel we won. We just got away. They just got away. And then with the bat, just the usual. Bohannon and Roundtree have been immensely disappointing. We're out. We've got 1 game left. But Bohannon, although he's averaged 50, has only scored 271 runs. His strike rate is 68. Leaves a lot to be desired as well. The Mousley thing at 6. Could we get a better batter to get at 6? We could bring in a Vasconcelos. Roundtree's been woeful. To say he's supposedly the man in this competition last year before he signed for us. He hasn't been the man for us this year. Look who came to pad the stats. Josh Bohannon, 86 strike rate. Where's that been? We pick up a win final game of the campaign. The bowling was pretty good. We got better as it went along, let's be honest. It started off really poor. We're a 4-4 team, but that's not going to get you through in our group. It's not going to get you through in the other group. So we're at the blast. We're at the 100. As my eyes prick up and see that Odie has been picked by the England T20 team. Odie. This guy, who was he good in the blast? 8.6 economy rate. I didn't see it myself. This is what it comes down to. We're playing against Sussex. There's a few games remaining. We're 14 points off the top, and we've been asked to bowl first in a game that looks everything like a draw. Smash them. Really, really smashed them, and it felt good, I tell you. Price was 6 for 34, blew away the lineup in overcast conditions, lots of rain going around. We lost 2 hours 36, and we were an absolute weapon. Our run rate was off the charts. For some reason I thought, I'm going to back guys a bit more aggressive rather than hold back and get blown out. And we batted really well. Josh Bohannon scoring at 61 strike rate. I like that. Rishabh Pant, 127 off 124. Roundtree with the big runs. We bowl them out for 215. And we pick up a 23-point victory. 10 points behind Surrey with 1 game to go. Sussex are gone. They're out of it. Yorkshire's holding on. And we got another tough game against Lancashire. A team, actually, that we've had success against. We've played them 5 times in the Championship. We've won all 5 games. A 225 run, 138, 8 wickets and 3 wickets. Slightly different if you change the formats. There's a lot of losses on there. And we haven't got to play Surrey. So we need Surrey to make a mistake. We're playing Hampshire and Durham after this. Surrey, Yorkshire last game of the season. Sussex in a week's time. And this is the catch-up game. We need 10 points. A draw will do. In a campaign with... It's quite interesting. The guys with the bat, the averages look alright, but no one's feasted this year, other than Rishi Patel early doors. No one's feasted. Dan Mousley's averaged 45 with 408 runs, save. So there's some balance to it. And with the ball... I don't want to say Cummins has been bad, but 45 wickets at 25... doesn't feel like a Pat Cummins type year. We did waste time on Allen and Vasconcelos, who haven't done great for us. Lacey played, who didn't do great. So maybe it's taken time to get the right team, but this is going to be hard. They've got Hiradoy and a cracking bowling lineup. I say it every time. This is game on. We need 94 to win, and there's not one single instance where we go and win this game. 94 to win from 9 overs. Well, we ended up 52 for 9 and we had to survive the last ball, so we didn't lose in 9 overs, but we gave it a good go. We pick up 16 big points, Finlay being man of the match, 212 off 204 balls. Again, I made a decision to be more aggressive and it worked. He's turned his campaign around, looks like he might tick over to 1,000 runs on the campaign as well. Look at that. 52 for 9. What is going on there? But overall, a good performance from the team. It is super tied at the top. We've got a 6-point lead over Surrey. As Durham go and win the Royal London Cup, and we get reinforcements. Jaeger's in, so he's going to come in for Mousley. So we're going without a spinner. Just going with... Oh, we've got safe, sorry. And we've got Irwin back as well. So Irwin can come in for Scrimshaw. Odie, fresh off international fame. He's played one-day cricket and T20 cricket. He's got 4 wickets. He's hardly done anything. He's hardly done anything in his career. He's now playing international cricket. Maybe our way we find players is really good. Maybe how we use them is really bad. But we've won the toss. We're going to have a bat against Hampshire. 379 all out. Roundtree with 93. Bohannon 74. Roundtree, has it been... His championship form's been reasonable, so I'm going to give him that. It gives us 3 bonus points. Surrey, Sussex. Surrey, 449, so they get an extra bonus point. Wackar with 100. He scored 100 against us earlier on in the year. He just saves it for big games. That's how he rolls. Singh with 100. 5 points difference. And we're going to take a 98 lead. 6 points from the first half of the game. Devon Conway with 93. Irwin with 3 wickets. But the big news at Surrey and Sussex is that they take 8 points. And have we've got a 4-point cushion. Sussex 338 all out. John Turner going and picking up 6. Excellent season. 47 at 30 for him. The time on the clock is on the 3rd day. If we can score runs quickly, we could try and force a result. Oh dear. And that was only one player batting aggressive. Everyone else was the same. But the clouds rolled in and we just got blown away. We got blown away by Dan Breen. Who even are you, Dan Breen? What sort of cricketer are you? Average is 30. Average is 30. He's just blown us away. We've got 6 points on the board. Surrey are lining up a victory as we lose. Hampshire win by 5 wickets. Devon Conway with a pair of 50s. Our batting led us down. And Surrey absolutely romp home against Sussex. They roll them over 275 runs. They get 24 points. Oh, it hurts. 1 game to go. We're 12 points behind Surrey. Surrey, Yorkshire. Last game of the season. They've got the lead. They bowl Yorkshire out. Oh, no, they're going to do it. They've got a 34-run lead already. We bat well. 483. Roundtree. He does well. 100 off 121. There's some big scores in there for him. 940 runs, an average of 47. Rishabh Pant's been very good since he's played for us. Average 59 runs for the openers. And we get 7 points. Surrey, Yorkshire. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, because they're going to get the bonus points for drawing. We're going to have to win. But Yorkshire go big here. 195 for 1. Let's get through to the end of day 3 and see where we're at. End of day 3. Durham lead by 97, but they're 8 down. We're surely going to take the spoils here. Irwin with 4. Cummins with 3. We're blowing him away. And Surrey, Yorkshire. Oh, they need 118 to win. They're going to do it, aren't they? Yorkshire make 443. Harry Brook just misses out on 100 in both innings. We need Yorkshire to step up. Can their bowling attack do it? Who have they got? Swanepoel, Fisher, Bess? Nah, they've got Brook as the 5th seamer. They're not going to do it, are they? We win. 23 points. We only missed out on 1 point. So I'm really happy with this. Finley being with 74 not out. He's finished the season actually just red hot. A little bit more aggression about his game. Averages 48, 1,011 runs. And Surrey beat Yorkshire by whacker again. Every time I turn around, it's him. 1,400 runs for the man. Surrey take the top spot. Win it by 13 points. We're not horrendous, but we definitely weren't as good. Harry Singh, 25 years old, 1,400 runs. Wacker, 1,400 runs for them as well. Patel, 1,130 runs for us. Bean, 1,124. There's a lot to like about what we've done on this save and the players we've done, the dynasty that we've built. But it does feel when we're ending the save as 2-time championship winners, the Blast winners, and Division 2 winners, we've left it on a low where we've not won the title, we didn't make it through the Royal London Cup, and we didn't make it through the championship. It hurts just a little. But we do leave with some good memories, with some good wins, some good moments. We've got Jaeger, who has now scored 4,537 test match runs at an average of 51, and he's 27 years old, so he might have another 7-8 years of play in front of him. Add to that 6 ODI hundreds with 2,700 runs and 1,435 runs in T20 cricket. Irwin picked up 35 T20 wickets for us, 31 in one-day cricket at 52, and he doesn't feature on that list. But for us, I think we have done very, very well for ourselves. And if we look at Northants as a whole, Jaeger's batting average of 54 in first-class cricket is the best, as is Corbett's in one-day cricket, as is Edmonds in T20 cricket. Don't know how that works. But if you've enjoyed it, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Leave a big thumbs up for the channel. We're going to be back with something new, the Casper Slide Part 2 next episode. It's going to be a new series, something to look forward to. Subscribe if you're brand new. We'll catch you next time.